Hi there. I am Cindy Rowe, your host for the Kindness Advantage, where in 10 minutes or less, I will give you ways to implement kindness into your business, organization, and life. Today, we are talking about authentic kindness. And I guess I was inspired to talk about this because of, well, everything that's happening over across the pond with the royal family. It always makes me think of Princess Di. And Princess Diana is one of those people that if I were to ever meet or be able to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner with somebody dead or alive, I always choose Princess Diana because I think it would be an amazing experience. She is just so warm and kind and had this presence about her that I want to know more. I'm very curious. So there's a quote from her, and this is really what inspired me to talk about authentic kindness because I want people to understand there are different types of kindness. So her quote is carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. And I think the key word here is expectation of reward. So being authentic with your kindness isn't saying, well, if I do this for them, then they're going to want to repay and do something for me. That is not being authentic. In fact, that's a little sketchy, honestly, especially in the workplace, right? Like if we say, hey, I'll help you with XYZ. And you don't actually say it out loud that you expect something in return, but your expectations are that they are going to return the favor for you. And that's just not the best way to live and be a good coworker, right? Um, so I just want you to think about the reasons that you want to do kind acts. And it should be because it feels like the right thing to do. And I know sometimes, I've been practicing intentional kindness for the last 8 years. And I know sometimes I struggle with being kind all the time. And there's an awareness now for me like, ooh, that wasn't the nicest thing. That wasn't the kind thing to do. And then I reflect and then I make sure that I do better next time. Um, Being authentic in your kindness is making sure that it feels right for you. And I talk about this when I give presentations to organizations and schools and nonprofits and whatnot. But I talk about, some people are like, well, Cindy, but you're an extrovert. So, but I'm not. I'm very much an introvert, and I don't really like. Um, it's really hard for me to do some of the things that you're suggesting we do for kind acts. And again, here I think it also comes back to being authentic with your kindness. So if I suggest that maybe you um, tip the bill for a server and that feels really wrong to you, or maybe you can't afford it, then don't do it. Find something that fits who you are and will make you feel good for doing that kind act. It takes the stress and the pressure off of being kind when you can find ways that really make a difference to you. And that might be volunteering, giving part of you, part of your time, part of your talents for something, an organization that might need it. It might be simply holding the door and greeting people with a warm hello. That really doesn't take much, and even an introvert can do that. So being authentic with your kindness, I feel like those are the two things that I really wanted to cover today. But speaking of volunteering, when we do volunteer acts in our community, This actually strengthens our community. When we work with others that maybe are not like us or not people that we typically would be around, it really forms a sense of community. And it really lightens us up that, we are all human, and it just makes it for a better place to live. And I guess one last thing before I head out for today, because I really do like to keep these under 10 minutes. I mean, I think I can talk about kindness all day, every day, but I want you to understand that kind acts, they don't need to be extravagant, expensive, grand, um, to make any kind of impact. I seriously, that a compliment, that is genuine can make such a big impact on somebody's life. You just never know, right? And so I just want to leave you with, I want you to just settle in on this idea, I guess, that um, being authentic in your kindness is truly something worth investigating. Being who you are and how you can best put kindness forward for you. And, hang in here, keep following along with me, whether it's, on the socials or listening to the podcast, because I will give you ways to really enhance your levels of kindness, throughout not only your personal life, but within your business or organization or the place that you work. It's super, super important. And if you love what I had to say here, if you felt inspired and maybe it was something that you haven't heard before, I encourage you to just share this with a friend or a coworker. Follow along, subscribe to my podcast, subscribe to my pages, and just, support me that way so I can continue bringing these amazing tidbits of how we can be kind in our personal and professional lives. And I'll leave you like I leave you every day or every week. Together, we can create waves of change through kindness. Have a great week.